prices are the highest they've ever been. Want to save some dough? Of course you do. This is the Coupon Podcast. With a little work and a little help from Angel and Lisa, you'll be able to dive into the coupon experience. And before you know it, you too will be saving buku bucks. Learn how to extreme coupon in the real world. Learn about sales trends, couponing, and you'll hear interesting guests that know their stuff. This is the Coupon Podcast with Angel Birch and Lisa Craven.
Hi, I'm Angel.
And I'm Lisa.
And today on the Coupon Podcast, we are going to be talking about couponing as a couple.
Like you and me? As a couple, Angel? Is that what you mean?
We would be really good at it together. You know, I'm looking forward to the day when we can go to Publix together because, you know, that could happen in the very near future.
It can, but right now you're like, 1,200 miles away.
I know.
I guess we could we could Skype or we could call each other at a store. I don't know.
You won't even let me help you.
Right now, we're not going to be the couple right now. I know that.
Well, we have a real couple. We really have a real couple. In fact, get this. They're called the couponing couple.
And they are the couple.
They are the couple.
Yeah.
This is Tommy and Michelle Rayfield. And you guys have, if you're in the forums, by the way, you can go to Coupon Coach Lisa on Facebook and you can join our couponing forums. The national forum is Coupon Coach. The more local Publix, Winn-Dixie type forum is Coupon Coach Chatter. And the local for St. Pete and Tampa area is Coupon Coach Chatter Local, right?
You do so good at that. Yes. We're easy to find. Listen, there are tons and tons of groups on the internet. And, I think the couponing couple might have a couple groups that I'm in also that do quite well.
The couple has a couple? The
couple has a couple. I think they have a couple of everything.
Well, listen, we're going to be talking with Tommy and Michelle today, but I got to tell you, I'm so sorry, guys. I am getting a little bit of a cold because the weather here in the Lone Star State is a little wacky right now. It is like 100 degrees during the day and 60 at night. So Angel is freezing her little patootie off at night and waking up with this sinus thing. And I'm sorry, I kind of sound like the Lollipop Guild when I wake up, like, talking like this. And so I have to have like 4 cups of coffee and maybe a little lemon. And the reason why I mention that is because the lemon, I use the essential oil lemon across my nose and on my neck and behind my ears, and it dries up all of that yucky stuff, that wants to get into your throat and your nose and sinuses. And it comes from our sponsor, Rocky Mountain Oils. Hey, did you like that segue? Wasn't that cool?
I love that. I thought, where is she going with this now? And this is so
totally not related.
You tell me all the time that you use that stuff. So
I do. And you know what's really cool? Because it actually is related to coupon in a way. Because every month, if you get on their mailing list at RockyMountainOils.com, if you get on their mailing list, they send you percentage off coupons every month.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, and they always have specials on their oils. So listen, you got to listen to these guys. Here's the commercial.
For centuries, essential oils have been trusted to treat injuries, bring health and wellness, and peace of mind. Rocky Mountain Oils has that knowledge and experience and brings the purest essential oils to your family. Offset the high cost of medicine and rely on the experience, trust, and insight of the ancients and Rocky Mountain Oils. Call 1-866-493-8159 or visit us at www.rockymountainoils.com.
Hey, we're back on the Coupon Podcast. You can reach us at www.thecouponpodcast.com. You can always listen to us on iTunes, on Facebook, on Twitter. Gosh, we're everywhere. You can
Spreaker.
Yeah,
right.
Spreaker, Stitcher Radio. If you guys have a GMC car, Stitcher is going to be rolling out in your car in the next, I think, 2 months, actually. So you can listen to us in your car on the way to the grocery store, which is pretty cool. But let's not keep our guests waiting. Okay, Lisa and I have been accused of husband bashing on this show. Yes, some of you have written and called us and said, why do you guys husband bash so much? Okay.
What's so bad, Angel, is I didn't even realize when we did the show that that's what we were doing.
I don't think we were really husband bashing. I think we were just telling the truth about our husbands.
Yeah.
And I mean, I got to tell you, it's probably, I would say, a good at least 60 to 70% of husbands out there, or spouses in general.
Yes.
Because sometimes it's the husband that coupons.
Absolutely.
There's very few couples that do it together.
I think it's great. I really do.
I do too. It's like couples exercise, who thought?
Yeah.
Something you never really thought of.
Right.
Okay, we don't want to get into that. Okay.
No.
So we want to welcome to our show the couponing couple, Tommy and Michelle. Hi, guys.
Hi, y'all.
Hey, how's it going?
Good morning.
Okay, this little concept of you guys couponing together is a little bit foreign to us domestics. So enlighten us as to how you even came about couponing as a couple. Did one of you start and then the other one jump in, or did you start out together, or what's the deal here?
I would say Michelle started, and I kind of jumped on the train.
Yeah, well, the thing is that Tommy and I have a very competitive nature. It started in college. We met in college and found that we were in the same class together, and we were competing for the grades. And it's continued through our marriage. So we're very competitive with one another, as well as, beating our best scores at whatever we do. So it kind of came naturally that once we both looked at couponing, and actually Tommy turned on that show.
It's
which
the
was
show again.
Yes,
the
show.
Mhm.
The one we can't mention.
But I was kind of thinking, let's see what I can do with this. And it's like a puzzle. And since Tommy and I are both accountants, we like number puzzle kind of thing. So Tommy and I worked up one list together. We said, hey, let's try this. It'd be kind of fun to do together. And of course, we had such great savings in our very first trip that
do you remember what the savings were in your first trip?
I think we paid $7 for $100 worth of stuff.
Woohoo.
Which is, I know for a first couponing trip, know now that is not normal.
Right. That's highly unusual.
But what happened was I spent kind of a week planning it, because I get up real early in the morning. And at that time I was working outside of the house, but I like to get up and have my quiet time in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would get my coffee and I'd sit at the computer and I'd surf the net and find deals. And I would slowly all week kind of make up my list. And so it wasn't like I just threw something together. I mean, I spent some time on that one trip.
So, Michelle, what you're saying is that you put a lot of time in the beginning to plan this on your very first trip. Because sometimes I know people just think, okay, they're going to grab their coupons and they run out to the store and then they have like a complete disaster. Okay.
It's a meltdown in the checkout.
It can be. But I love the fact that you guys planned it. I was asked last night at class that how long do you spend, or should I be thinking about spending on couponing, the time-wise, a week starting out? So how many hours that week did you spend? Just your quiet time in the morning?
2 hours every morning for a week. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of time.
For just a week. It is a lot of time. That's really not bad.
First of all, let me just say that if you've got 2 hours of quiet time in the morning, kudos for you, girl. Go.
Yeah. Well,
I have 2 hours of quiet time too, because I'm still asleep.
That's so funny.
Right.
Tommy.
But that's why I planned. I get up at 5, sometimes before 5, depending on what's going on. But with the kids in the house, and of course, Tommy doesn't usually get up real early. That's how I got my 2 hours. So I didn't want to miss that time.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
And I would get up that early and just kind of browse. And that's kind of what I liked to do there for a little while in the mornings, is just kind of browse and take my time. And it was kind of stress-free that way, because I knew that, I wasn't jumping on the, last day for a sale. I was actually just planning this just basic.
And here's another thing that you mentioned, and Tommy, like, did you guys know right away, because you went to the TV show, you've seen it, and of course that piqued your interest, and that's exactly what happened to myself as well. But now, did you figure out right away that all that information that you need is on the internet? You know what I'm saying? Like, to get to plan. Because I know that some people think they have to have the sales ads out, which is fine to look at that, but and then they get frustrated because they can't put deals together.
30 apps.
Right. So right away you found coupon bloggers? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think, and Tommy will agree with me, we're lazy couponers.
Yes, me too.
We want the easy way. Now we're not gonna start asking other people, but we're gonna utilize Google. We're gonna utilize the sites that we found. We're gonna utilize anything at our disposal that is easy, that I don't have to go,
the resources. Right. You're
Right.
using your resources that are online. So many times I get that where people just don't want to, to Well, maybe they just don't know about the resources that are available.
We get that a lot in the forums when we're sitting in the forums, and we watch you. But when we're
You forum
reading
watcher,
in the
you.
forums,
Forum
um,
watcher.
yes, I'm a lurker.
Yes.
When we are in the forums, a lot of times a new couponer will come in and they'll go, "Hey, I'm new to couponing. Tell me what I need to know, or how do I coupon at this store? How do I coupon at this store?" I'm always going to give you the same answer. First of all, you need to be listening to our show, thecouponpodcast.com.
Absolutely.
Second of all, you need to go to couponcoachlisa.com and now thecouponingcouple.com, and you need to get these resources. And there's tons of other ones out there. If you ask somebody else, a lot of times you're going to get false information. And I mean, guys, go back and listen to our couponing fraud show, because you can commit coupon fraud without even realizing it, and they can track you. So you don't want to do that. You want to go back to the source. And after you hit those websites, then go to the store website itself and look at the coupon policy of that store. And that way you can kind of be well versed. Now, after you read that and you go into the forums and you see any of us in the forums, then ask us questions and say, hey, how do I do this? I don't understand this. Or, sometimes it's a stacking question, because those aren't really clear, and the BOGO questions and all that. But we'll get into all that. One thing I wanted to ask you guys, so you're couponing together. Your first trip together, you said you're very competitive. Did you take separate shopping carts?
I can see it now, starting in the parking lot. Did you?
All right, and we're off.
We were tempted, but no, we actually did that first one together.
Oh,
and I think that first trip doing together, we realized
that you loved each other.
Yes, I realized he was the one for me.
It took 23 years.
Him and his coupons.
Because and it actually was a really good idea to do it together that way, I think, because we stuck to the plan. It was easy to go with the idea that, hey, we were going to see how much of this puzzle we could put together for the cheapest amount of money. And for us, that's what it is. It's a puzzle.
Yeah, I get it.
And all those past trips before we started couponing started going kind of through our heads of, hey, just whip into the grocery store, grab 2 bags of groceries and spend $200. I mean, how easy is that to do if you're not even paying? It's like, okay, this sounds good for dinner.
Right.
It was such a different experience, and we stuck to the plan. We didn't throw anything in the cart because we had this goal. We knew what we were going to get on a pre-planned list. Now, if we saw something that we were thinking, okay, maybe we want to grab this too, we held off. We didn't do that. Mm-hmm. We came back home to see if there was a coupon for it, or
Right.
So it was nice to start off that way.
That's such a great tip too. Don't grab stuff off the shelf. I mean, like, how many times have we done that? We're so impulsive.
It's emotional shopping, right? We make our list. Like, what are we hungry for? What's, you go to your pantry.
Lisa and I are very impulsive.
And those things by the checkout counter.
Oh,
Well, see, what's beautiful is the two of you, Tommy and Michelle, both. What I liked about that is that we take it. And see, we were accused of husband bashing, and we weren't. I would just take my husband in with me, and so many times, if he's not couponing, he wants to fill my cart full of stuff. So you're lucky. You two are lucky.
Yeah, that's the thing. My husband does the same thing. He comes back. I always send him for stuff and say, you've got a coupon for this. This is what you're looking for. I send him with the coupon. Right. He goes to another aisle. He comes back with 4 things. And I'm like, none of those things are on that coupon.
So Tommy, do you create the list, or does Michelle, or who does the planning actually?
It's evolved. And I've always done the grocery shopping pretty much.
Oh, forever. I like that.
Husbands, take note, please.
Store.
Yes, number one husband.
So dishes and grocery shopping, top of the list.
Well, let me throw in that here's why, because he's the cook in the house. So if I go to the grocery store, I'm not going to get what he wants to cook. Right. Okay. So this has been natural. Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, honey.
That actually makes sense.
Tommy doesn't have a chance. There's 3 women surrounding him right now.
We're ganging up on him.
Sorry, Tommy, go ahead.
And they're all in their PJs, just so everybody knows.
We're having a pajama party this morning, and I just want to make mention that this is normal, because Lisa and I record the Coupon Podcast in our pajamas with our cup of coffee, and we relax, and we're having coffee with you guys.
Right.
So, Tommy, how's it like being the male dominant in the group?
I wouldn't say I'm dominant with this group, but
sorry.
as far as putting lists together, Michelle typically takes care of the Publix shopping list,
Mhm.
and I specialize in kind of putting the drugstore list together.